though?
Yes, we did. It's good to be back. Unfortunately, with
Yeah.
all the holidays, festivities, New Year's, and all that great stuff, we weren't able to do it with the times and all the other stuff in the dates. But here we are.
Here we are. And it's been a hell of a weekend.
Yes.
Um so the Cowboys are in the playoffs.
Whoa, they're in the playoffs. Are they
Yeah,
going to
they
do
in the
anything?
playoffs. I don't know. Their first their first game is at home against Green Bay. But I do have to say the Green Bay is lighting things up right now. I mean, they
Yes, they
are.
are. Yes, they are. And that Jordan Love, he is certainly has matured as a signal caller, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for the Cowboys defense. But it's definitely going to be intriguing to watch both of those quarterbacks go at it because they should be about the same amount of years though, even though Love had to sit behind Aaron Rodgers for a couple of years, right? At least
Yeah.
maybe one off.
Yeah, he was what, 3 years behind Rogers?
Yeah, 3 years behind Rodgers. So, hey, what can you ask for having a mentor like that to watch for 3 years?
Has a better passer rating than him in his first and his last year, has done better than Aaron Rodgers did in his first year with Green Bay and his last year in Green Bay. That's
Dang.
a nice little
Wow.
interesting tidbit of facts there about Mr. Jordan Love. I am very interested to see how they perform in Dallas. That I think is going to be the big key is they are in Dallas.
Yes, Dallas has been pretty excellent at home games this year, so they'll definitely be a tough team to beat. And, those Washington, I was going to say Redskins again, it's going to take a while to get it out, but the
Tony
Commanders
Romo did
game,
it the other day, and I'm like, how are you going to get mad? His entire career, they were the Washington Redskins.
been like
Nobody
this
intends any
for 70
disrespect
years.
from it, but
It's
yeah,
been
but
like
it's
that for
just
70 years.
I
So,
had a friend who was a fan growing up, and so I constantly heard Washington Redskins, and it's we try to catch ourselves, but luckily shit happens. So suck it up, Buttercup.
yeah, and, the last game against the Cowboys, it's one of the rare games that I saw them play mistake free football. They had a couple of mistakes here and there with the turnover and whatnot, but this is one of those clean, crisp games that the Cowboys have ever had, even though it's against the Commanders, so it doesn't matter who they played as long as they do that. And last game or two, even though they had lost to Miami by a field goal, that's an impressive way to end the regular season to go into the playoffs. So they're looking good. They're looking good right now. And I'm
And
surprised, actually. So I was going to be anxious to watch how these guys perform.
I was very surprised. I mean, obviously the Ravens were sitting a lot of their guys, but I was surprised at the Ravens Steelers game. Obviously, the Steelers are now in the playoffs. I mean, I'm glad I did not, which we'll get to momentarily, but I'm glad I didn't put Huntley in my fantasy football. I did watch the Colts Texans game. Very interesting beginning to that game. Colts go down, end up Minshew, but ended up having to kick a field goal three. So it's 3-0 Colts. First possession by the Texans, touchdown.
Yeah. The Texans have definitely been very impressive this year for what they've
Ridiculous.
accomplished. Especially that rookie quarterback. He's not even looking like a rookie. He's looking like he's been
No.
playing a couple of years, like a definite vet. But it's going to be interesting to see how they perform against the teams this weekend. Who are they playing? I'm not even going to. Who are they playing? The Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
So they're going to have a veteran Super Bowl quarterback who's been through some wars out there. So he's been doing pretty good. Did you hear about the I don't know, it was 250 or $750,000 clause that got activated for the playing time percentage wise of him playing in games, Flacco.
Oh wow.
So
No.
the percentage, if he played a percentage amount of games, he was going to get it's either 250 or $750,000 bonus. They sat him out for rest for the last game,
No.
and he wasn't going to
Oh,
get it. But the
that's messed
Browns
up.
had gave it to him anyway because he's been
Oh, okay.
impressive.
Yeah.
So Hats off to the Browns for keeping their
Doing the
deal,
right thing.
for doing the right thing, doing the right thing.
It's
Because most
amazing that we have to thank people for doing the right thing, but yes.
most teams don't do the right thing. I want to give you an example. My boy D Mason, Derek Mason. We came in with each other at Michigan State. He went to the Houston Texans that became the Titans, the Nashville Titans. Then he went to the Baltimore Ravens. He was a punt returner, wide receiver. He had, I don't know, I'm just going to guess the stat right here. He needed 950 yards of punt return or kick return yards that season to get $300,000. He was at 925. So during the middle of the game, as he was returning, I mean, he was probably like 875. He ended up getting 925. And maybe one or two returns later, the punt return or kickoff return, they pulled him out.
And that, I mean, to me, that's messed up. I mean, you watch the Kansas City game, and that defensive lineman needed one sack to get $1.2 million. And he got it.
Clowning.
No, I don't know who it was. It was Kansas City. He needed one sack for a $1.2 million bonus and got it. And he celebrated. You should have seen him. You would have thought he got a touchdown.
Shit, I'd be jumping up and down too.
$1 million.
For one sack.
They said they recorded his speed running around. It was one of the fastest ones all season.
So I didn't hear about that one with Kansas City, but I did hear about that. What is it, Javion Clowney? He's with the Ravens. He needed to get a sack to reach a total amount for the season to get 750, and he got it.
Yeah.
So, man, they had them damn incentives when I was playing.
Ain't no joke.
That's some bull job.
So obviously, I mean, Jacksonville, that to me is just dumbfounding. I mean, you win, you're in. They lost to the Titans. Lions rolled over the Vikings. Falcons, Saints, obviously Saints blew out the Falcons, but did you see the last part of that game?
Yes, the last touchdown. And I don't understand. This is like NBA. We've had this discussion before, I believe. It's been a while. This is like a same thing in the NBA. They obviously won the game. And the player got the ball. He's supposed to sit right there and just let the time run out. But he gets the layup and everybody gets mad.
Oh, yeah.
So with this situation, with the Saints, they on the one, you're supposed to take a knee and just end the game. No, they ran in for a touchdown and ran the score. And that's supposed to be the same thing as NBA. And then the coach got mad and all that stuff and disrespectful and all that other crap. And the Saints coach said it wasn't my fault. The players did it on their own and all that stuff. But hey, man, you lost and just suck it up. He ended up getting fired the next day anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, he got fired at 12:01 that night.
What do they call it? Black Monday? Yep. Black Monday for the coaches?
12:01. I guess they had to wait till the next day. So it was literally 1 minute into Monday. And he was fired. But you got to give props to the coach. I mean, the coach was like out there like, man, I'm going to whoop somebody's ass. And then Winston came out and was like, look, he's a great running back. He's a great guy. We wanted to get him a touchdown. It was not the coach's call. It was our call. And, we did it. We understand. And he made a good point, though. He said, what if we just would have ran a play? We got an interception on the 1 yard line. What difference would it have made?
It doesn't make a difference. I don't see any difference.
Yeah.
But that was very interesting. Did you see the altercation at the end of the game? It was
that's why, yeah.
I mean, he's like, what the F do you do? What the F was all that about and stuff? He wouldn't even shake hands with the dude.
Yeah. I mean, and I get his part to that. Jets rolled over the Patriots. I saw the interview yesterday with the head coach. I started wondering yesterday why head coaches just don't quit if you know you're going to get fired, and now I realize it's because they got money. and they end up having to pay them no matter what if they fire them.
They do. But I mean, just like all coaches, they don't do anything with that money, anyways. But it's all about a respectable thing when it comes to Belichick. So
Yeah.
he's still on the clock. And did you hear about the Falcons come out and say that we are definitely interested in him if he ever gets fired?
Yeah, I'm really curious to see. Yeah, I mean that would be very interesting to see where he goes if he decides to go anywhere.
Well,
Tampa.
oh.
No, go ahead.
No, I want to say with Belichick at the Atlanta Falcons, they're actually not a bad team. If you get some
No.
discipline, an old school coach like Belichick, man, I can see him shoot next year, NFC this, NFC that, and broke some records. But I think it's just time for some new faces, new air, or something like that. He's been in, 23 years. And I mean, he did a good job on the defense. They're top 5 in defense.
Yep.
I mean, because there's no Super Bowl winning seasons like what people are accustomed to. Oh, he's a horrible coach. He's suck and all that stuff, but he's top 5 defense in the NFL still with the sucky offense. But that's definitely going to be a story that's going to be interesting to watch.
Tampa Bay 9-0 on the Panthers. Thank you, Carolina, for losing so much this year. We're going to enjoy your number 1 pick. Whether we pick somebody or whether we trade it off, that is yet to be determined.
Well, we got to find out of who's number 2, Washington.
Yeah. So the draft order right now is Carolina. Yeah. So Chicago, Washington, New England, Arizona's at number 4, LA Chargers, New York Giants, Tennessee at 7, Atlanta at 8, Chicago at number 9 again, and then the New York Jets at 10.
Look, that'll be a good thing. They can trade that number 1 so Washington can go after the quarterback, and then you can get some bonus benefits at taking Washington's number 2 and going to get Harrison Jr. out of Ohio State. That'll be very, very interesting. And then if they get a wide receiver, we're gonna switch off the moment right here. If they get a wide receiver at number 2, and they probably need another offensive lineman.
Washington?
No. Not the Cowboys. The Bears at number 9. They need a guard or a center.
Yeah. The defense has come around.
They can trade that pick off and still get a guard or center at low first round, early second round.
That's what I've seen. I've seen a lot. There's a lot of, it's all going to depend on the quarterback, situation and whether they decide to keep Fields or get rid of Fields. But a lot of what I've seen is, what if we traded the number 1? I mean, it worked out phenomenal with DJ Moore. But also, and I know I never played all that. I would probably go to DJ Moore and be like, hey, man, if you want to keep Fields, I mean, there is no doubt that DJ Moore for the Chicago Bears is the best player on the offense.
Yes, I agree. He is the best player on offense, but they just need to give Fields 1 more year. They didn't get 1 more year, man. Because if you bring another quarterback in, you're going to start all over again, even if he's a vet. You get a guy that's accustomed to the offense, and he's just getting used to it. Took some bump and bruises. He's an official veteran right now. He's not a young quarterback anymore. Get him a Mark Harrison Jr. and pay some money to an established vet. Imagine the Cowboys getting rid of what's number 3's name? He was with Houston.
That I don't know.
Brandon Cooks. Imagine you already got, imagine getting Harrison Jr. and just pay Brandon Cooks 3-year, $10 million or something like that, which he'd probably take. Man, those are 2 established receivers and got a young hot one, a hot wide receiver, 6'3", he can jump up a ball. And maybe get a running back. Maybe get a running back at number 9.
Henry's a free agent.
I think we need a offensive lineman though. Offensive line for the running back. Get a running back at 2nd or 3rd round or something like that. But man, imagine that. An established veteran like Cooks. I can't think of any other ones that'll probably be available at this moment, not off the top of my head. But Hey, if Fields can't do it with a lineup like that and get an offensive guard, I think they're decent at tackle. The right tackle played pretty good this year. The left tackle is iffy. Probably give him some help, but he definitely need a right guard or center. Left guard was okay, but you need a right guard or a center. If he can't do it, that doggone offense like that, then he doesn't need to be playing in the league. He need to back up for the rest of his career.
Oh. Um Browns got whooped by the Bengals. Browns set a bunch of people. Packers whooped the Bears. Cowboys ran over the Commanders. Raiders beat the Broncos. Shout out to Vaughn there. Um, I need somebody to explain this next one in sign language to me. The Giants beat the Eagles.
I saw that. Well, I was actually watching the Cowboys game, and they kept going back to the Giants game, and the commentators, I think one was, I can't think of the other guy's name, but one was Greg Olson. But without looking at them in their face or anything like that, they're like, ooh, ooh. And Greg Olson almost said, damn, on the, they're going to get a butler. He's like, the Giants are getting a whooping Philly's butt, but I think Hurts got hurt his little finger or something like that. They took him out early, but the doggone Philly, man, they just a train wreck right now. A definite train wreck. So
they have a lot of Catholic churches there. I think they may need to call in an exorcist.
They need to call in something. They got to call.
Yeah, something's going on in Philly.
Something is definitely going on.
Seahawks barely got past the Cardinals. Rams beat the 49ers. Not a big deal. You know, they sat most of their people anyway. Chiefs got by the Chargers. They were the same thing. Buffalo beat the Dolphins. And that is everybody started for everybody's team. Nobody that was not a game anybody was sitting out.
No, that was a very good game. And that doggone Allen is something else. They called him a John Elway on steroids, but he's definitely one of the most phenomenal. I just wish he quits running sometime. How are you going to run a $250 million quarterback sneak over and over and over again right there? I mean, I just can't see it. I wouldn't be able to risk that, him getting hurt like that. But nevertheless, he played a phenomenal game, even though he had 2 interceptions. But he ran it pretty good and got the team to win on those first downs towards the end. So he was definitely good with that.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. That dude's crazy.
I mean, we got my cousin T Woods in the house.
Got Terrell out there. Yeah, Flozell said to keep Justin Fields for one more year. One more year.
Keep Justin Fields for one more year and get him a vet. We gave him a scenario if he just walked in, signed in, Terrell, like get a vet like Brandon Cooks and trade the number 1 pick to Washington so Washington get a quarterback and then take Harrison Jr. number 2.
So the other question with that would be, does Washington, New England, Arizona, or the LA Chargers? Well, the LA Chargers aren't going to do it. Arizona's not going to do it. New England and Washington would both do it. Do they have any wide receivers that you would say, all right, you want my number 1 pick? I want, Tennessee.
Oh, no. But you want to know what I heard? McLaurin from Washington.
Okay. What about D-Hop from Tennessee?
Nah, he's done.
He's done?
Yeah, he's done. But I heard McLaurin, actually. So they can trade to number 1. You give us McLaurin, we'll give you the number 1 pick, and you can get Harrison and have McLaurin.
I doubt very seriously Minnesota's going to give up their what's his name?
Who? Jefferson? No way. Yeah. He about to make $200 million.
Yeah. New York Jets got a good wide receiver.
Who?
The Jets.
Shoot, everybody probably trying to get out of there, but they probably will be patiently waiting to do something out of there, the Jets, because they wait for Aaron Rodgers to go back. So this is just a year they're just chilling, waiting for him to get healthy. So there's still no guarantees on what this guy's going to do. So, I mean, that offense looked absolutely horrible. Hopefully he can make it better. We'll see.
Yeah. So the playoffs this week, Saturday, Browns at Texans, Dolphins at Chiefs. I think the Dolphins at Chiefs, but I mean they're both going to be really good games.
I mean, the Dolphins and Chiefs, man, that's an amazing matchup for a wild card game.
Yeah.
And the Miami Dolphins have to go to the Chiefs.
Yes.
So that's going to be something that, Tyreek Hill is going to be trying to prove something again because the Kansas City Chiefs didn't pay him. And I see the Chiefs are 3-point favorites.
I don't buy that.
I don't buy that either, but, they know how to win. They know how to win. So that's probably one of the things. And Andy Reid is very nifty with what he does in his coaching ability, especially in the playoffs. And he's definitely proven that over the last couple of years.
Steelers at Bills. I think Bills are probably going to take that.
Yeah, Steelers going to take a beat down with those guys. They probably take. I don't know who's going to start for those guys. So that other
Rudolph.
quarterback,
Yeah,
Rudolph.
Yeah,
Rudolph. I know he doesn't have the capability to do anything like that, but hey, anything can happen. But that percentage is going to be low, so it's definitely going to be the Bills with that. They had 10-point favorites.
Yeah. If I had to pick the Packers Cowboys, I'd probably say Cowboys, but I would warn the Cowboys to watch out for the.
I picked the Cowboys too, just because they have home field advantage. They was in Green Bay. It'll be definite. I don't know, but they're 7-point favorites, touchdown ahead. But it's going to be interesting. I think the Cowboys is probably going to start leaving them in the third quarter if the Green Bay Packers don't do anything, during the game. So we'll see.
Rams are at Lions. I think the Lions take that one. I mean, the Rams got in by the hair of their chinny chin chin.
Well, I say that Stafford's going to get 400 freaking yards as usual, but I don't think he's a coming from behind quarterback. So, but he's probably going to be trying to have something to prove against Detroit Lions because it's his old team. But Lions have too much firepower for them. So, they haven't been in the playoffs for a very, very long time. So the Rams are vets in the playoffs. So that's the advantage that the Rams have. But definitely the Detroit has the better team. So I go with Detroit.
So the next one is Eagles at Tampa Bay.
That's an iffy one.
And
that's an iffy one. Mayfield.
The Eagles are playing.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Tampa.
Yeah.
Y'all are falling apart.
Yeah, they got Philly by 3, but Mayfield, believe it or not, has had a very, very above average year. Better than everybody expected with the Bucs. And he's a playoff caliber quarterback along with Hurts. But they've been, like I said, train wreck, so you don't know what they're going to do. And Philly has to go down to the Bucs.
Yes. I think that's when they're going to be in trouble. That's the reason I said I'd take the Bucs because, you don't have your best wide receiver on the field anymore. He's gone.
Yeah, I go with the Bucs. Dave Gill goes Bucs too, but yeah, it's going to be, they're going to have a little trouble down there. And plus the Tampa Bay Bucs, they have a very, very good defense, and they're very underrated when being talked about one of the greatest defenses in the NFL this year. So that'll be a good one to watch.
I'm interested to see how that one comes. I'm interested in all these games. There's not one game. There's only one runaway game, I think, in this whole weekend, and that, to me, would be the Steelers at Bills.
That's the only one.
Yeah. Everything else is going to be a fight for your life.
I know, but man, Pittsburgh Steelers, that Mike Tomlin is very, very, very extremely crafty. I picked the Bills, but I don't think it's going to be a runaway like that. That Tomlin, he manages to get that team in the playoffs every year with no friggin' offense.
Well,
no offense.
I think that's what gets him in Buffalo is what he's done with 3 separate quarterbacks this year. It's comical. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
you're hurt, you're next. Oh, well, you can't go, you can't do it. Okay, we'll let you do it. Okay, well, you're
hmm
not doing well at it anymore. We'll let you do it. The way
hmm
he's done it just by moving it around like that is amazing,
It's
but it's
amazing.
not sustainable, especially in the playoffs. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're right. You're right.
what he has
But
done is outrageous. I mean,
it's amazing how he does it every year, especially since even the last couple of years with Ben Roethlisberger, he's done it. He just do it. I mean, it's unexplainable. It's
yeah,
amazing how he does it.
it just happens, and but I think once you're playing the Bills, it's in Buffalo. I mean, you did amazing against the Ravens. You've come back. You made it to the playoffs. I mean, it's a phenomenal deal.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
so Kansas City, Chris Jones celebrates $1 million sack incentive. That's what it. That was his.
Mm.
That was it. So Chris Jones secured a sack worth $1.25 million.
Wow, that's amazing. If I had one sack to go to get $1.2 million, and this is the last game of the season, I'm biting ankles, wrists, heads. I'm biting everything to get that doggone. I mean, I wouldn't even feel sorry for the offensive lineman. I'm going, yes, because I would definitely kick his ass to get that 1.2 in the last game. And coach, do not pull me out.
Oh yeah, it's
Do
no
not
joke.
pull me out. I'm
I'd
gonna get
go.
it.
I'd go talk to the quarterback and be like, "Hey, dude, I need you to run right over here. I got $250,000 for you."
I'd have done something, man. I'd have even drank three cans of Red Bulls, something,
Yeah, I just need a little bit of help here, fellers.
anything to help.
Yeah. All right, man. You got anything else? Kind of a
No,
short
no.
show this week.
Well, there's one more thing to talk about that I really want to talk about. And what I've been getting since last night's game against Bitch again is this going to be a total win for the national championship, or is going to be blemished somehow? Because the NCAA said they're still going to investigate those cheat things that Michigan was doing during the season. And if they find something, will that national championship be vacated? Well, to me, it doesn't matter. They won, but it's still going to tarnish it. And you're going to hear stuff about it for the next year or two. But then after that, all you're going to see on when you look it up 5 or 6 years from now is that they won. So there's no use. It's just going to be a waste of time. But Bitchkin won it. And I hate to say it, they just bastards won it fair and square. And that's it. And I hate everything about them. I hope they lose every game for the rest of this eternity on Earth, as long as there's access to it, fall into a black hole solar system. But anyways, all right, I'll get off that.
So I do have one thing. After a lot of fighting, I am the People's Rebuttal fantasy football winner. Although I had many people try to tank by taking every quarterback after both my quarterbacks. So I had Russell Wilson and I had Hal for Washington. Both of them got benched the same weekend. And
Wow.
so two of the guys, that one I was playing the next week and another guy went and got every quarterback. Every
Who did
single
that? Call them out. Who did
easy
it?
money, and I'm not saying the other one. 87. We'll call
Chad.
him 87. No, Chad didn't
Now
do it.
Chad not that smart for that.
But I did the right thing. I did the right thing. I called Chad and I was talking to Shamika, and Shamika's like, "Oh, well, here, I'll just do this." She dropped Matthew Stafford. So, and I asked Chad, and Chad said, "Don't you do it. That would be cheating." Da, 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 da. They just played the game. Your quarterbacks got, cut, so they went and picked up every known quarterback. And then how do I get signed up for this podcast? I'll send you a link, Terrell. I'll get you taken care of. But after all those attempts to ruin my season by those two guys, I still won.
Well, did you get your loot?
No, I haven't even talked to Chat. I haven't even talked to Vaughn yet. I need to
No,
call
man,
him.
text him, tell him get your loot, man. Shit, forget that, man. Don't let those people do that to you. Don't let them do it, man. They're some cheats. Hey, and those people that cheated like that, they shouldn't be back in the league next year. Oh, he need to educate us.
What you going? Are you? So wait a minute, Tara. Are you wanting to be up here? Well, we'll see.
I think you want to educate us in the fantasy.
Oh, how do I get signed up? How do I get signed up? Oh, for our visa for the podcast. Oh,
he said he needs to educate us for the how to do the fantasy football.
Well, why don't you participate? I mean, I started it, and then Chad took it over as the commissioner this year because I didn't pay that much attention to it. I figured it just did its deal, but Chad redid the rules, did all that stuff. But Terrell, if you want in next year, I do know that it's going to be a bigger pot next year. We're not doing any of this.
No, we're doing it. Yeah, forget that. We got to lower the amount of people in there because we couldn't do a lot of trades.
12. We found out that the spot is 12, and I like that other league that we were in that it had the weekly payout.
He gonna educate us on football and sports. All right.
Hey, we'll put you up here.
Hey, we're all students of the game, and I would definitely love to listen to hear what anybody has to say.
100%.
100%. Oh, he don't understand that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he can educate us.
Well, that's good. We'll take your money next year.
Yeah. But you can educate us. Hey, educate us. There's always something you don't know. You don't know every doggone thing about football and sports. So,
nope. No. But go Bears.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Let's go Bears.
We're gonna keep this going.
Yeah, we are. All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week. And we appreciate y'all watching. Tao, appreciate the comments. David. We'll see y'all later.
All right, guys. Peace out. See y'all next week. And hopefully the people that we want to win will